the sun, doo doo doo. Here comes the sun.
Hello, I'm Kenneth Spoon,
And I'm Steve Stevenson,
and this is Artline.
where we bring you the latest and greatest in art around the world.
Today, we're starting a new segment known as
Art
Around the World. The first stop in our journey of stops. Now, here is the Green Dragon, a 17th century sculpture sculpted by a tea maker in China.
Now we're going to go into a little bit more detail about this green dragon. Now, Kniff, some people may be wondering why it was made so small and with so many holes in it.
Of course. Well, as I just aforementioned, it could be used as a teapot. And you see, people in rural China don't actually get a lot of tea from their tea-growing plants. Therefore, that is why it is small, because they don't need a lot of tea.
Now, Kniff, can you tell us why it's green?
Oh yes, green. It represents a symbiotic relationship between tea and man, which, if you drink too much tea, is just a common scientific fact that everyone turns green.
So obviously the artist wanted everyone to know all the dangers of drinking too much tea.
Of course, especially if it's green tea, because green tea just, bam, and you're green, you know?
Right in the stomach.
Right in the stomach. Now this is also a 17th century depiction of a rural bungalow in China. As you can see here, mind my French, it is petite, or small. Now, you see, the small frame made a convenient size for houses in small bungalows, as depicted, to have art of small bungalows, as depicted. Now, you see, some critics might call this a Japanese piece of art because of the bonsai tree here and the little roses here, but it is a little-known fact that bonsai trees were native to China. Who would have known? I clearly didn't. And now, going on to another stellar feature of this masterful piece of art, you have the family seal. Now, this, well, seemingly meaningless to most dragons and people like you, it's actually an art. As you can see, as I'll walk over here and depict, it has many little characters in it. Now, this adds for an effect to add to the overall scenery, as it's a part of the painting itself. Also, these rocks look really cool.
Hello, I'm Steve Stevenson, and our next trip will be taking a visit to Africa. Here you can see a piece from the 8th century BC. 5th century BC. As you can tell, it's a very long and slender piece. It was made by the Baba Yetsuan culture. I got nothing. I don't know anything about this little thin piece of metal. This. For our next exhibit, we're going to be going on a trip, right, Kniff?
Of course.
We're going to quest for more art.
More art. But guess what? This quest will be a tad bit different. We're going into nature to find art, as I admit it, everything is art.
It's true. You only have to look. And we're on our way to our first stop on our roaming art exhibit.
Are you filming me while I'm driving?
No, Kniff.
No! Now you see, as I aforementioned, this was built by the Mayans. More specifically, the Mayan Society of South Lake. M-I-A-N. Yeah, weird. Anyways, so you see, even that, this is a virtual representation of what they wanted to leave behind. As you can see, it looks like I'm surfing, but really, I'm just bashing around on the crippling debt of a family struggling to survive in poverty. Like here, I don't know what that is, but everywhere you see, you have just ruined shambles. Like, there's probably a snake under there. You know who tempted Eve in the garden? A snake. And when you look here, look at this. I could probably lift this. I'm in theory. Of course, I'm swole. You all know that.
Truly, it's a message of all the weight that these families must carry.
The crippling weight of a family struggling to survive in poverty.
Obviously. Oh, it's true.
This is art in
the highest
nature
level.
at the highest level.
Thank you, Kniff,
You're welcome.
for this truly inspiring introspection view of all this art.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I was just monitoring my art. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Kniff, there is no art there.
I knew exactly what you were thinking. that not everything is art and you're some pretentious person sitting on your couch right now or in a school classroom. Now, this is art. Come look. Come closer. Come closer. Look at this. The way it blows in the breeze. Now, you might be thinking to yourself,
Kniff, this is just a pile of grass.
I knew exactly what you're thinking, but it's a pile of grass and dirt.
I can't forget the dirt.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Now, you see, it's not just a pile of grass. You might be thinking, oh, this is just wheat. What is wheat? What state are we in, Texas? No, look at the greenery here. See this?
I do see that.
This embodies the nature of green. Now, that adds a nice composition to the overall piece here, obviously made by, I think, the most masterful artist in the world.
Pablo Picasso.
No, Mother Nature.
No, who is Pablo Picasso?
Some Renaissance loser. Anyways,
Legend has it that Pablo Picasso became Mother Nature.
well, legend is wrong sometimes.
I don't think so.
Okay, regardless, look. Mother Nature even built this. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, that's just a mesquite tree. No, this isn't any ordinary mesquite tree. Then again, no mesquite tree is ordinary. You see how they're connected by grass and green. This simplifies that it's a family. Now, wait for it. These are spikes. I've had one stuck in my foot. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, it's just a family of trees with spikes. Well, let me tell you what. It's a family of trees with spikes struggling to survive the inner turmoil of poverty. I mean, giraffes would just come around and munch on these bad boys if they had the chance. So these bad boys created spikes. Now walk with me. You might be thinking, oh, I get it now. Well, no, you don't. This is art too. This little defiled tree. It shows how the family struggling to survive in poverty won't always make it out like this family. Sometimes
Kniff, it doesn't really look like either of those families made it.
they made it. Trust me. Anyways, so anything can be art. Look at this. Look at the meadows here. Look at the soybeans ready for harvest. Now,
Kniff, are you saying that art is everywhere? You just have to look hard enough.
that's exactly what I'm saying, Steve. Just look.
I understand now. This grass is art. That dirt is art.
This is art. And this is art.
This hole is art. And
that right there is art.
yes,
Yes.
the sticks are obviously art.
Yes, of course. Look at the sticks. Look how magnificent they are. Ah, yes.
Oh, can if someone put garbage here?
Ah, what a shame, ruining our art. Picasso-ian. Oh well, that's their fault.
To me, if I like Picasso.
No. Oh, and look. That right there. What is this? A watering can? Or it was until it was reclaimed by Mother Nature. Because all that comes from nothing returns to nothing. Thought of your walking scene for a transition.
Hello, I'm Steve Stevenson, and we're here at the Louvre to examine this well-known piece of art done by Louis Gatso. It's called Fountain. It's made to expand the boundaries of art and what we deem appropriate in the modern world. Now, here you can see, it looks like your everyday urinal. It's got, it's pretty dirty on the sides, and it's got one of those automatic flush things. But what you don't know is it's an innovative piece about the inner struggle of a family struggling to survive in poverty. See, because it's talking about how their life is going down the drain, and they've got nothing going on for them. And, what? This isn't Fountain. This is just an actual urinal.